IK Multimedia just released the Signature Bass Collection for the ToneX ecosystem. This collection features 150 tone models, all for the bass guitar. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. So coming up, we'll take a look at what is now available in this ToneX collection. We'll go through some of the features, some of the amps, some of the cabs, some of the effects, and then I'll give you a bunch of sound samples. There's quite a bit to get into. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it. So while looking through this collection, this really reminded me of back when I was a young bassist at Bass Player magazine and the Musician's Friend catalog. I would see all this bass gear that just really wasn't available to even look at in my area. And while there was always a ton of gear available to guitarists, bassists often got the short end of the stick. So as I was going through this collection, I was like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to play that. I've always wanted to play that Ampeg head. I've always wanted to play that Mark bass or that Trace Elliott or that Orange head or anything like that. All those things that I saw in those catalogs that I wanted to try, I could never try. But now I can. And all professionally captured by the techs at IK Multimedia. These are all very high quality captures, tons of amps, tons of tone options. You got different cab options. In addition to the amps and the cabs, you also have a noise gate, there's a compressor, got some modulation, chorus, tremolo, phaser, flanger, rotary, digital and tape delay, and then you also have reverb. Then if you want to dive into the EQ a little bit more, hit this advanced tab and you get all of these options for an infinite amount of tweaking. So there's 150 tone models here. I'm not going to go through all of them. That would be a really long video. So what I'm gonna do, and what I like to do generally, is I'm gonna go through a bunch of presets, and then I'm gonna play whatever those presets inspire me to play. And I've gone through a bunch of these. There's something for everybody. Whether you're looking for ultra clean, just a little bit of grit, or something that's super dirty and super fuzzy, there's something in here for you. And I'm gonna be playing a little bit of everything. A little bit of fingerstyle, a little bit of slap, and I also have a pick. I like playing with a pick, but I know you bass purists out there are gonna hate that part. Anyways, let's get to some presets. My signal chain is just going to be the Squire J bass going right into my interface, into Reaper, into ToneX. These tone models are available throughout the whole ToneX ecosystem, so you can use it in the standalone plugin, in a plugin in a DAW like I'm doing, or in your ToneX One or ToneX pedals. And they just came out with the bass edition of the ToneX One and ToneX pedals, which are styled a little bit differently and preloaded with a bunch of stuff just for basses. But if you already have a ToneX or ToneX One pedal, these profiles will work just the same on those two. The bass editions are just a little special. The first profile I'm looking at is an Ampeg SVT classic head. We have a full tone OCD pedal in front of it into an Ampeg SVT 4x10 cab. And here's what it sounds like. All right, with a pick. There's some other models of the SVT. Here's a model of a clean Aguilar amp. Let's keep going. We've got a Mark bass amp. I've always wanted to play one of these. If I remember right, these amp heads were always really small. That's kind of what stuck out to me. Let's check out the high gain one. Here's some models of the Fender Bassman. Let's do the drive one. Here's an Ampeg B15N. Let's try these oranges. I've always wanted to play an orange. That's cool. This one has a big muff in front of it. This is like Muse Central here. These are different Ampeg SVT. Here's another Mark bass. That is super clean. I love that. This one has a full tone in front of it. Marshall JCM. That one's not very exciting. Full tone. I feel like I need to play Motorhead stuff with Marshall. Oh, some Trace Elliott stuff. I always wanted to play these. Another bassman. Pick time. With a full tone. We have some heart key stuff. Dark glass microtubes. I'm not tuned down low enough for that. We've got a Traynor. Here's an acoustic amp. I always wanted to play these because I feel like these were more affordable. I never got the chance to, but now I can. There's a ton of stuff in here. And then, after all the amps, you have a bunch of pedals too. So I think no matter what tone you're looking for, there's something in here for you. Super clean R&B style bass, clean punk bass with a pick, great slap tones, great chord tones, got the Marshalls and the oranges and all the pedals to push your amps, so great drive tones. You got some dark glass stuff in there for gent or metal. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. I haven't thought about any of these bass amps in a long time, and now I have them right on my computer. If you have any technical questions, I would reach out to IK Multimedia directly. Tech support in my comment section usually doesn't end very well. But if you have any other questions, feel free to drop a comment and I'll try to get back to you. Anyways, that's all I got about this signature bass collection for the ToneX ecosystem. I'm going to keep playing bass, so thank you for watching this video and I hope to see you in the next one.